Ladies and gentlemen, it is a Friday in these great United States of America, and I'm the Punisher, a.k.a. Eric D. Kirk. We have reached another week, the end of another week, and here we go off to the races for the weekend. Is everybody watching the Virginia race? The Virginia race with Lieutenant Governor Winsome Sears. She has spiked up a little bit, but early voting shows like her at 40% to 52%. So hopefully the in-person voting is substantial. She's running for governor, of course. And I can tell you that as a result of everything that happened with Charlie, the assassination, well, Turning Point USA is huge, and that has had an impact in Virginia. We just don't know if it is enough yet. But people are excited about the continuation of Turning Point USA under the leadership of Erica Kirk. Pete Hegseth, as we know, he met with all of the general officers in the entire Defense Department, 1 star and above. There is nothing less, so it was always funny when they said 1 star and above. Really? What other general officers? It received some mixed reviews. I saw part of it. I was actually very happy with it. I thought he did a wonderful job, and he really gave back the flexibility to our senior leaders to do what they need to do to fight today's wars, okay? We have but one mission. I've said it before. In simple terms, we close with and we destroy the enemy. We are a lethal force, a force to be reckoned with, and that is what we're supposed to do. He has said these grooming standards, we are fixing those. No more of that long hair, no more of these beards, no more of this nonsense, okay? No more dudes in dresses, as he said. He talked about some of the general officers, and yeah, he shamed them a little bit. I have mixed thoughts about that, but I think it was a good point to be made, as you should be a fighter and held to the standards throughout your career. And I can tell you, from my own experience, I was in good shape, passed all my PT tests for my entire career. Mine was 20 years. When you get to general officer, you get up into 30-plus years, okay? But I will say this. General Jack Keane, who I see on Fox News all the time, while he was a 4-star, I ran in a formation with him, okay, and he led it from the front, from Fort Myer, Virginia, right on through Arlington Cemetery, one of the most beautiful runs ever. And a little story about that is when we left the Fort Myer auditorium, a big, huge field house, they call it, and we ran through the post and to Arlington Cemetery where the gates are open because it connects. The moment you go through those gates, you go into silence. All you hear are the footsteps and a small cadence caller saying, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3. Just a little bitty cadence going, complete silence out of respect for our fallen. And then on the reverse, as you come plowing out the gate in the reverse back on the base, you sound off fiercely. And he led that many times, followed by a motivational speech. He was a Vietnam veteran. So that's a perfect example of, yes, you can remain in shape all the way up to those higher grades. But I'm not here to give any criticism of our senior ranking individuals. Sometimes things happen. But anyway, the point is clear. Meanwhile, in Washington, D.C., a MAGA guy, I hate when they call them just MAGA guys. All we are is just a conservative, okay? I don't consider myself, I'm not, you can say MAGA. I'll say MAGA all day long. Make America Great Again. That's what it stands for. But I don't see myself as some special force that's any different than a normal conservative, okay? I am a conservative man, all right? I am a patriotic man, and I love this country more than you can imagine. Anyway, these guys were doing a little talk, trying to engage with people and discuss opinions and so forth. Basically a similar type of format. There's a lot of people that have already been doing, not just started, but were already doing little events like that where they would try and engage people. And this young guy gets approached by a woman who yells at him and screams at him and forcibly reaches in and makes contact with him. He told her 4 different times that, get away from me. Get away. Do not touch me. And then he pulled out his little can of mace, which he carries all the time, and he sprayed her in the face. And look, I don't encourage violence, but I do encourage self-defense. So this is a non-lethal means of getting somebody out of your face, and you should be carrying mace anyway, especially in these times, just for general protection. All right. So there's that. Anyway, they arrested the girl, and it took 4 cops to put her down. Not put her down, but to arrest her and get her under control. So I have no sympathy for this woman. And then her father is there. What are you doing, spraying mace into my daughters? Really? A mother and daughter team acting like fools like this? Sorry. That shows another level altogether right there. Anyway, so that's going down. Portland, Oregon, complete crap hole. My home state was Oregon. I was born in California, raised primarily in Washington and then Oregon, where I was. I was in Oregon since the 6th grade. I joined the Army from the Portland MEPS station. Okay, that's the station where they process you into the service. These Antifa violent domestic terrorists, they have been identified. They are now on the terrorist list. Storming the I facilities for the last 100 days, causing all sorts of havoc in the streets. The police won't do nothing because their political leaders do not allow them to. How on earth, much like D.C., how on earth could your leaders be opposed to coming in and squashing these people down and getting them the hell out of there and putting the city back at peace? I guarantee that the citizens of Portland are absolutely supportive of getting these thugs out of that city. Okay, they need to be gone. Antifa, thugs, domestic terrorists, you have no life, you have no job, you have no profession. You are paid protesters and rioters of the left. Okay, you're scum. And the shutdown continues, ladies and gentlemen. Newt Gingrich said it best. The Democrats have always said there are 2 things that we shouldn't do. We shouldn't close the government down, and we shouldn't raise spending. And in his words, how much more dumb could a strategy be than to say those are your goals, and then you say we're shutting down the government until we increase spending? Okay. I don't have any particular dog in the fight, but I'll tell you this. They need to come together. Once again, I always say, reach across the aisle and sort out these stupid differences. And no, we should not be funding health care for illegal immigrants. I do not pay taxes to support illegal activities. They like to call them migrants. They are illegal immigrants, illegal aliens when they come across the border illegally. All right? That's called a law. Nobody's above the law, right? Okay. So here we are. I'm going to tell you that on this day, you know it, I know it, the American people do know it, that on this day I am going to increase Operation Hammer to a solid 4.0. And with that, I will tell you, Charlie, may you rest in peace, and screw James Whitey Bulger. We'll talk to you later. Bye.